Today I'm going to show you around Escape our camper. To start with, she's 6 metres long, 2.1 metres wide and 3.1 metres tall. First of all, you've got the key. It's a flip action key, and to open the front cab doors you press the top button and you can see the indicators go, and then to lock it's the one underneath, and when you're opening for the side door and for the rear it's the bottom button once the front doors have been opened, and you will hear the second click happen. To activate the alarm we have our little blue fob here. It's always the small top button which is on and off. You press it on and the indicators flash, and the blue light on the front of the vehicle will flash for 10 seconds until it is set, and then it will alternately flash for 10 seconds at a time. To turn it off, press it again and the side lights go, and you will see that the blue light is no longer on. I'm now going to show you in the driving of the vehicle. So we've got our standard key to start. You need our tracking fob just down in the cup holder, so that doesn't set an alert to our tracking company, insurance company. So when you're driving, just make sure that's down below and we'll have no problems. Driving, it's just like driving a standard car. Indicators and lights to this side, on the left, and then on the right hand side we've got our washers and wipers, and then underneath we've got our cruise control on a stick function. Everything else is a standard. It's a 6-speed manual. Reverse, you pull the collar up with your fingers and then go across far right and up. There's a radio in here which is Bluetooth enabled, so you can listen to your music whilst driving. And then we've got our mirror, which you can't see very much out of the back. So for that reason, half of this does turn into a camera when you're in reverse. So when you're reversing, it comes on, covers this half of the mirror, and it also has reverse sensors. Then the next thing that you will need to know, just down here, when you set the alarm, we have a few different control buttons. First of all, this blue one matches the lights on the outside. That means that they're on high. If you pop it up, that's for when you're on a campsite. It does not mean they're off, it just simply means they are dim, so you're not going to annoy people that are camping next to you. And then this one here is the internal sensors. At the moment they are on. They should be on when you go out for the day, so if someone was to break in and it would pick them up breaking the glass. When you are sleeping, you can flip that off, and it means you can set the alarm while sleeping, and then the interior is not going to be activated from you moving about. This end one is currently off, and this is for the bike loop on the back. So there is a bike rack on Escape, and if you want to pop your bikes in there, there is a loop which goes underneath the motorhome, which I'll show later in the video. You pop it on, and then you wrap that around your bikes. That is the driving column. The only other thing you need to remember is that the handbrake is on this side, and it just operates as a standard handbrake. Simply lift up and pull down, and then it is off, and lift and up and it is on. Started on the driver's side of the vehicle, the first thing that you come to is your electric hookup for when you're on a campsite. So I've pulled our hookup cable from out of the back of the vehicle just to show you how that goes in. So first of all, you want the side of the cable that has the flap on it. That's the side that goes in the vehicle. So you just pop this open and you pop the flap inside and then push it too. You then unreel it and connect it to the campsite. It's important to have it unreeled because it can overheat and which can cause damage to the cable. When you have finished, always unplug from the campsite first. Come back here and there's a little blue button. You press that and pull at the same time and it comes out. Then you can put that back in storage at the back of the vehicle to set off on your next adventure. Further along, we have our 2 waste taps here. On this specific vehicle, we have our fresh water, which is blue, and you can drain the tank if you so wish when traveling, because that will get your MPG up a lot higher. And then this one, grey, is for your grey water, which is your dirty water from your sinks and your shower. And again, you can turn that to empty. Some campsites will ask you to do a designated area to empty these. Moving a bit further along, I am going to need my keys. So we're going to go for the key, which is a plain black one, and this is for your toilet. I'm only going to show you how to open it, and there is a separate video for toilet maintenance. So I'm going to turn the key so it's unlocked, and you're going to need to press with both thumbs, and you're going to need to pull it forward, and then your cassette is in there. Always be sure when you're not using it to lock it, and then you're done. Okay, so I'm going to show you the back of the vehicle where the bike rack is. When you're going inside, just be sure to watch yourself when you're opening, because it does swing and it can catch you. So when you open the door, kind of go like that. Another one just to make sure of, these windows are always closed when opening, because when they're open they will catch on the side, and we have had an instance where someone has cracked one. So starting off, we're going to look at the bike rack, and on the back, to get it down, you're just going to pull these two clips to the side, and these are the bits that your wheels rest on. And then you've got the arms to secure the bike at the top, which go in multi directions. So once your bikes are on there, this was the loop cable that I mentioned for the activation in the driver's cab. So when that is on and your bike's on the back, this needs to be plugged in, which I'll show you inside, and this is wrapped around your bikes and then connected by the black bit. So if anybody pulls that apart or cuts it, then of course the alarm is going to go off. And as you can see, it's unused because not many people take bikes when they go out in escape. So once your bikes are on and they're on the back here, we are going to plug this in, and it is just located at the side of the bed here, and we just pop it in that little black bit, and then you can put it under the door just down the side and close the door, and it's not going to damage it at all. So that's all you do, and you wrap it around the bikes, and then you're activated. When you're done, take it off, pull it out, and this is kept in the auto trail bag at the front of the vehicle above the driver's cab. So while we are here, I'm going to open up the other door and show you the back end of the vehicle. So we are now leaving this bed made up constantly, as customers much prefer it to be made all the time because they use the dining area at the front for lounging. Of course, you've got your sleeping area here with all blinds, and you've got your TV and storage above. Also at the back, we have a really nice little bit of storage down the bottom here, which that has your telescopic table and camp chairs at the back. And then we are now keeping these bits here rather than under the chairs, because of course you'd have to unmake the bed to get in that storage on that side. So you've got your hose with all the adapters that you need, your blue solution which is mentioned in the toilet video, and your hookup cable. And of course there's a good meter under there to store additional items should you wish. Then at the back we also have the gas. So it is locked in this compartment here, and you have two camping gas cylinders under here. To turn the gas on, we are going to turn it right, so anti-clockwise to turn the gas on. Should you run out of gas on your journey, turn it off clockwise, and then I'm going to do the butterfly clip, unwind it off, and then you're going to pop it onto the new one. So for now, I'm going to turn it on so I can show you some functions inside the vehicle. And just remember, when you are driving, this needs to be locked and your gas needs to be off. So just lock it by turning it back clockwise to the right, and then you're all done. On the passenger side of the vehicle, there's not an awful lot to show you. So the sliding door, just be sure that the window behind me is closed, because obviously if this slides open, it is going to damage this window. On this side, we have our vents for the fridge first of all. Please do not cover them, and we do ask you not to wash the vehicles while out on hire, because you can damage some of the internal workings, or some jet washers might, as they won't be aware not to put the jets up against this. So we've got our water here, and this is on the other key, which has the blue glitter on it to represent fresh water, and we're using the hose in the back. Pop your hose in there and fill the water. On this particular vehicle, it does have an overflow, so if you fill it too much, you will hear it coming out underneath. Otherwise, you can be looking on the screen in the inside, which I'll show you in a moment. Please always use our blue hose, which is for fresh water, as some campsites do have hoses, but they might not necessarily be used for clean water. Someone might have used their loo to clean it out. So please only use our blue fresh hoses for the fresh water tanks. Then, once you are done, lock that back in place and it is secured. And then a little bit more forward, the only thing to show you on this side is where you put the diesel. So the diesel is worked off the drive Fiat key, which is this one here, which you just obviously pop it in, turn and take it out. And once you've finished, turn it back, add blue, literally just open it and close it like that. We always fill the AdBlue for you. You should never run out of AdBlue unless you are doing quite an adventure, maybe down to France, Italy, or up to Scotland. So if you do require AdBlue, it will flash up on the dashboard for you, and it will give you 1,000 miles warning, but it is quite unusual that you would need to refill that. Okay, so when entering the vehicle, the first thing you will notice there's a little light switch here. And this is for the light here in case you want to sit out when it's getting a little bit dark, and this light can serve as a little bit of outdoor light. The other thing that I'm going to show you before I get in is this extension for the kitchen. You just literally lift it up and it pops into place. And then to bed it down, just push it up ever so slightly and push the arms out, put it down, and then it will go back down. When entering the vehicle, we do ask that you don't hold on to the glass backsplash here because it can come off and get damaged quite easily. So when I'm stepping in, I'm going to just use the corner just to guide myself and come in. The other thing I'm going to show you before we change the angle is this table can extend, and there is a little toggle under here. You put it down and then you twist it out, and then you can see the table. When the seat is turned around, that person can dine quite easily. So you can have 4 people around the table at any one time. Okay, so I'm sat in the front. To turn the seats, there is an oblong on the side of each seat, and we're just going to push and turn, and then I'm going to come all the way around, whoop, and there I am. And this table, as I said, I've left it slightly open just to show you. This can then come towards me, and when this one is turned around, you've got someone dining here, 1 there, and 2 there. Really nice to sit in here with 4, and of course we can still move forwards and backwards, so I can get in super tight if I want to. I'm not going to sit that close though. And then to put the table back, we're just going to keep on turning it. It might lock when it's at this position. We're going to lift it again, push it all the way around, and when it's done, it's going to click into place. There we go, all done. So I'm going to move into the kitchen area. You have your preparation surface if you need a little bit of extra, and these 2 lift up to reveal your tap and your cooking stove. So to ignite, turn them on, hold down, and you can see the flame has ignited, and you can let go. Just going to turn that off. Please remember, don't put these down if these are still warm because they will shatter with the heat. The water just works as usual as a normal tap. Lift it up and lift what you would like, hot or cold. The pump isn't on at the moment to show you. So then when you're done, you pop it down and you can close those just like that. Your oven just works as a standard oven with your ignition, and if you want the grill or you want the oven, whichever way round you would prefer it. In the drawers, we do have all of the cooking utensils, sharps and cutlery, and then underneath in the bottom you have your Pyrex dishes and your pots and your pans. And in this one we have got some coasters, we've got flexi chopping boards, and of course an oven mitt for you in there as well, and there is a dustpan and brush. I'm now going to show you over here. So to open these cupboards, there is a little latch under in the centre, and over here we've got kettle, cafetiere and wine glasses, and in this one you've got your cups, plates and bowls, and that is everything that you need to cook. Under this chair here, if you just put your hand towards the back and lift, there is some additional storage underneath. Okay, so here we have the wet room. The toilet front will be demonstrated on a different video, which will look slightly different, however it's the same toilet. And it is a wet floor situation. You have got your shower head, and we've got a sink that comes out of the wall with a standard tap, and then the mirror is a cupboard. It's too tight to get in there, but you can hopefully see a little glimpse of what is a wet room. Okay, so at night time you will want some privacy. Just above the cab here is where these are kept. These are our foiled solar covers for the windows, and you can see the grey side faces you inside, and you do have the little poles on the inside with stickers, so you pop them on to cover your windows, and there is 3, 1 for the front, 2 for the sides, and that is how you do it very, very quickly. When you are ready to pull them off, we do ask that you pull them by the suction pad backs, because the eyelets do get damaged if you do just pull the fabric, and it's easy to take them off. Just simply fold them up, and then you can pack them back up to stow for when you're ready to go and drive.